This year is not just about the number of people who've come to this show, it's also about the number of companies that are exhibiting at this show, to the point that we're having a real big difficulty covering them all. But we are definitely going to have a very good crack at the whip, and we're going to keep trying. So please do keep watching for the GMS magazine. That's Salute 2013. This whole thing, it's home to this whole thing, which is a table of awesomeness. And with me, I have one of the people who is with this table of awesomeness. Fiona, hello.
Hi. Impressive.
This is amazing. This is seriously amazing. What is this table all about? Who are you? Why are you here, basically?
Okay. We are part of the South London Warlords. This is Hammer Slammers. It's played in 3 different scales. This is a 15mm scale. So all of these tanks have been made by different manufacturers. All the scenery have been made by everyone running the game. And they've painted all the tanks. So here we are ready to play.
Yeah, and looking quite incredible. You were mentioning earlier that your husband is the person who's written all the rules.
Right. He's written the rules based on some books by David Drake, who's a sci-fi writer with a military background. So my husband John has written rules, so there's 20 pages of rules for this game. So, and as far as I know, it's played globally, so it's quite popular all over the world. So
that sounds excellent. Now, are you also a gamer, or are you the wife of the gamer, so to speak?
I'm a wife of the gamer, but you know, I try and learn a little bit and help out where I can. So
now, in fairness, there is, although I can see a few more than in previous years, but there really aren't that many women in the hobby. Why is that?
That's a really tough one to answer. You'll see, I think there's more women now than of previous shows, but yeah, there's still not very many. So usually someone's girlfriend, wife, you know, that gets roped in. But yeah, probably just, you know, I guess men are more interested in military and, you know, blowing things up. So, you know, you know.
What could war games and war gamers and clubs do to actually attract more female players? Because it's not, I mean, I have met a couple of war gamers, females, and I wouldn't want to mess with them. I mean, really amazing players. What could they do to attract more women?
I think it's up to the men to invite us down to their clubs and join us in, perhaps have a ladies' day. Invite the girls round and get us involved, and some of them might stay and come back again, you never know.
How do you find getting involved in the hobby? Is it something that for you is coming out naturally, or is it because the husband is prodding and nagging?
Well, you know, I obviously want to be very supportive for whatever he does, and I'm very proud of him for the books, and you know, so I just try and come along to as much as possible and support wherever I can. So.
Do you go to all the shows? Because
as many as I can with him. Yeah, we go to quite a few. Not all of them, because sometimes a team of them will go together to run a show, but as many as I can. Yeah, I went to the launch of the book in, I think it was Birmingham last year. So that was a smaller scale. It was similar, but it was a smaller scale. But
no. If this is the medium scale, where does the big scale go? Because this is huge.
This whole room, we would need this whole space just for Hammer Slammers. But
that must be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be impressive.
That should be next year.
Maybe next year, if they give us the room, we can do that. Yeah.
Where else? In what other shows are you guys going to be? Because for people who are not able to come to Salute, where else could they find you?
It depends. I'm not sure what they've got planned this year. Sometimes they do Sheffield. Sometimes they've been to Birmingham. We've gone over to Antwerp before. So we just took a small game there, obviously. But, you know, so the various shows, they tour around, but not all of them. It really depends. You'd have to ask John for that information because he'd know better than I do. But.
Okay, if they needed to, if people want to find out more about the club and about the game and about yourselves, where can they go? How can they do that?
The website, look for the South London Warlords website, so or Google Hammer Slammers.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah, and John Treadaway is the one who wrote the rules, so if you Google him as well, you'll get a link to the books. I think they're available on Amazon, and there'll be people around that are selling them as well.
Excellent. Well, best of luck for the show. Congratulations on a really, really impressive display, and look forward to seeing the big one.
Well, that's it, yeah. That would be interesting.
Earlier we had somebody from Italy. Now we have somebody from my motherland, from Spain. How are you, sir?
Cool, I am fine. I am a bit tired because this is very hard because we are from Spain, and well, we have a lot of the material, a lot of stuff, and well, but good.
Tell me a little bit about Tercio Creativo. Who are you guys? What do you do?
Well, we are two sculptors, amateurs, that we have started to sculpt since 6 or 7 years ago. And well, we have worked for several companies. Since 2 years, we have decided to start this project because we love the skirmish games like Mordheim from Games Workshop. We love our culture, our history, and
to start a miniatures company is risky at best. With the economic times the way they are in Spain at the moment, it's even more difficult. What made you decide, yeah, let's go for this?
Because we don't have too much options. There is no too much possibilities because, for example, a student of art can't to work for the state, for the government, like a public employee. Is very difficult right now, and well, we love that. We are brave. We are Spanish men, and we don't have fear with that. We know we can, and we know to work, to hard work.
And how is it going for you? Is it working?
Yes, it's working, but it's too slow. The people that like all this have no money, but we are enjoy that because the English people have a lot of money and enjoy that.
So what is 1650 Cloak and Dagger, a capa y espada? What's all about?
Well, we in this date we kill the king and we start to rewrite the history without magic, without fantasy, but in fact it's fantasy because it's not history. But the world is really, you know, yeah, the Black Death. Iberia, Spain is completely invaded, conquered by the Gallia, French, and in Andalusia, the south of Spain, is the last resistance.
Do you guys have the whole game? Is it just the minis? What products do you have?
Well, for the moment, we are start to build the beginning of the 1650, but in a few months we launch an Indiegogo campaign for to take money for do a new product in the same universe, but a bit more fantastic, but without magic. And well, it's like a tablet board game. You can use the figures and so for the skirmish game, and right now is step by step is that we are build.
If people want to find where you are, how can they find out more about your company?
Well, the people can to know more about us at website terciocreativo.com or the blog with the same name on Facebook.
Perfect. Best of luck. I really, really hope you guys succeed because the minis are looking absolutely beautiful. So hopefully you will come back next year with more.
Yes, and I hope to learn more English for all the people.
These, friends, this is a surprise to me because not just I didn't know that I wasn't going to see many Spanish companies around here, but I'm seeing now two companies, and one of them, Breaking War, is not just a company, but they also have their own magazine, and it's a very, very new thing. You guys have been going for about a year now?
Yeah, we're about to make our first anniversary in about a month or so. We have released 5 issues of our magazine, and the 6th one is about to be released, and that will be the first year of our magazine. With the 6th number, we get the first year.
Spain is going through the pits at the moment with the economy. Launching a magazine is at best a risky experience and a risky endeavor. Are you mad?
Well, of course we are, but apart from that, we do that because we like it. Okay, we enjoy wargaming. We do it every day at home, so we thought, okay, why not to make this hobby of ours something more? So we decided to create the magazine. It's growing slowly because it's not a very popular hobby in Spain, but it's slowly growing. And the magazine is becoming quite a reference, very important in the Spanish wargame, let's say, hobby. In addition to this, we're thinking about releasing a new magazine, but this one will be published in English. It will be a monographic magazine about painting guides and tricks for those who like, painting in a very good way, not the quick style many painters use, but professional style.
When is that magazine going to be coming out?
We hope that it will be released in June. Okay, so very soon. Yeah, very soon, indeed. The first number is already finished.
Now, that magazine is going to come out in English. What made you decide to produce that one in English, but keeping Breaking War in Spanish, even if Breaking War is an English title?
Okay, Breaking War is an English title because we are aware that war game is something that comes from foreign countries, mostly English-speaking countries. So we decided to get this catchy title for our readers because they're used to read in English. And Painting War is going to be released in English because it's a very important job for us, and we want to share it with the rest of the world because this magazine is focused on what happens in our country and the releases of new products in our country. But Painting War is thought to be useful for everyone. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're Spanish, French, German, or British. You can use the magazine to paint miniatures, to know interesting facts and curious things about a historical period, or maybe to just collect them because you like the pictures that are quite good.
How many issues are you expecting to sell outside Spain compared with inside the country?
Okay, we will release the Spanish edition of the magazine, but it will not be as important as the other one. Let's say we publish 1,000 numbers in Spanish. We hope to publish 6,000 in English, at least, is a minimum. We'd like to publish and sell. That's what we hope to sell.
What countries are you going to be distributing that magazine into?
Okay, to start with, we're trying to distribute it in England. And from here, we hope to spread the magazine throughout all over Europe.
Have you thought about the US market? Are they also going to be catered for?
Yeah, well, we're trying to do it here too, okay? Because we've been told that there are also distributors that go to the US market, so we try to talk to them to here. If we can do it here, we'll get in contact with email, because we have a distributor in Spain who is in contact with them. So we'll do it sooner or later. We hope sooner than later.
If, and hopefully that it will go well, will there be some plans to expand also Breaking War and publish it into the English market?
Why not? We've thought about that, but right now it's just a dream. But would like that dream to become true.
And so far here in Salud, what has the reception been like?
Okay, people who see the magazine have to admit it's a very good job. It's a very good quality. They're not used to this kind of quality in this country because many of the publications are local or there is no money behind them. And it's a very good one. It's not just because I collaborate with them. It's because it's a high quality magazine with a good printing process, good edition, good pictures. Everything is very, very carefully chosen. So it's something they're not used to. And the Painting World magazine is something that does not exist in the market. And everyone that has heard about it has said, okay, it's a brilliant idea. I want to have it as soon as possible. So we hope it will be a great success.
Guys, best of luck. Really, really hope it will succeed massively. And hope next year we'll see you with your own stand and selling left, right and centre.
Okay, why not? Let's hope so. Thank you.
It's not particularly easy to make a really good living and creating a very big company out of the gaming industry, but yet Wayland Games has managed to do that and do it really, really well. I'm with Stewart here from Wayland Games, and Stewart, you are the operations manager for the company. That means that you organize this stand for Salud, which is the biggest in the whole thing.
Yeah, it's quite a size. It's logistics. We had 4 7.5-ton trucks in here yesterday, unloading everything. It's a big operation. We've got about 30 staff and volunteers here helping out.
How big is Wayland Games? Because you obviously, you have an awful lot of stock. As a company, what are you like?
When you say what do we like, we like easy summer evenings. We like So in terms of size, so we're the largest independent retailer in Europe. We have several divisions within the company. We have obviously the retail, the online store, and a physical store as well in Hockley in Essex. We have Tabletop Nation, which is a massive gaming arena. We can have about 250 gamers in any one time. We've got all sorts of different tables covering all sorts of different systems. We also have Beasts of War, which is kind of an internet video and media group as well. So it's a really big, successful company, and it's growing probably every 6 months or so over the next couple of years. You'll see us growing and adding more and more elements to the company.
And that's quite impressive because, the consensus out there is that gaming is a difficult industry, and yes, board games are experiencing an uprising, but making money is a very, very difficult thing to do. How are you succeeding so much? What was, no, not the secret, because obviously you wouldn't tell me the secret, but how are you doing this?
We're lucky. Our managing director and the managers who obviously are at the head of the company, they have a vision for how they want to see the company developing and moving forward. We're making sure that we're not taking too many risks and overexposing ourselves as some of our peers have done in the past. But we're also making sure that where possible, we're trying to deliver the best service we possibly can to the customer. Sometimes it's very, very difficult because some of the things that we offer to the customers, we're reliant on other people. So we might be reliant on Games Workshop to make sure that we get 1,000 Riptides or something like that from the new Tower release, or we might be reliant on Battlefront, or we might be reliant on Privateer Press, or we might be reliant. But luckily, We've got really excellent relationships with all the various companies. At the end of the day, we're all people just trying to make a living and trying to deliver the best possible result to the customer. And we just work very closely with them and really do try and deliver what we can. We're open and honest as well. I appreciate for some people not having their toy soldiers the very next day is obviously upsetting for them. Where possible, we do try and deliver it as soon as we can. And we're making big investments. We're not a perfect company, no company is. We're making investments in areas like customer services, like our warehousing, making sure that our communication's better, making sure that we're holding more stock so that we can get more out to people. We're doing whatever we can, but at the end of the day, yes, we're a big successful company, but we don't have endless resources. We're trying to do the best we can.
You have a massive, and I mean really massive range of products around here. How do you choose what products to bring to a convention like Salute? Because there is a huge amount of people and you probably want to cater for as many as possible.
Yeah. Well, we're not trying to, again, because we work so closely with our various partners, what we don't want to do is we're not trying to come in and undercut everybody. We're not trying to come in and if, like our good friends Hawk over there have got Drop Zone Commander, we haven't come in trying to affect what they're doing. Obviously, every business trying to put on a stand like this, it costs them money, it costs them time. We want them to be successful. So if we can support them, so much the better. So we've got a slice of products across the range. There's some things that we deliberately chose not to take because from a logistics point of view, if we're going to do it properly, we want to go for the whole range. So things like lots and lots of little pots of paint or lots and lots of sort of various types of basing or basing material. There are things that we probably wouldn't look to take because they're quite fiddly. But the big box product or things where we're working with Privateer Press this year, making sure that their games, we've got loads of demo staff here running different games and things to highlight different systems. So where we have got those relationships, we're trying to promote and support them. Carnivale, the guys at Vesperon Games, we've got a game for them. We're also running a game for Tor Gaming. They do a game called Relics. So again, we've got a demo game of that. So we're making sure we've got stock and the full range to support those games. And as I say, Privateer Press with Hordes and War Machine. So for those kind of relationships, we do everything we can to support people and build them up. But we're also aware that for every massive stand like ours, there's probably a dozen small stalls that came out the back of somebody's car boot or something. So we want to make sure that what we're offering isn't going to upset or impact on them too much as well.
Which is pretty commendable because let's face it, with your size, you could probably take the whole thing.
There is a perception, I think, in some places that Wayland Games are trying to take over the industry. We are the largest in the industry, but I think that comes with a bit of responsibility as well because we're going to be scrutinised by everybody. I think that when we do act, we do have to act and have quite high principles because if we do, everybody knows everybody in the industry, and if we did try and carry ourselves around like a big playground bully and try and crush everybody down very, very, very quickly, we would have no customers. So we do have to carry ourselves with a bit of respect, and that seems to be paying off.
I presume that you have, the operation is based in the UK, but I presume that your customer base is all over the world.
It's all over the world, barring anywhere where trade restrictions stop us from being able to ship to certain countries. But where possible, we will help and support anybody we can.
Do you have distribution channels in places like Europe or the US, or do you ship directly from the UK?
We have a massive and quite developed warehousing facility in the UK. That's where we put our main focus. But again, we're a growing company. We have a vision to take and to help and support throughout the world, and we're looking to explore opportunities in other countries.
That sounds fantastic. Best of luck for the future. I really hope that the expansion continues, and thank you very much indeed for your time.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
This is the end of Salute 2013. Once again, we have spoken to a fair number of people and we've been really, really happy about that. The atmosphere, as usual, has been absolutely amazing. The numbers have definitely gone in the increase, which is great for the industry and it's great for gaming. But for now, I will bid you adieu And I will tell you that next year we will be back at Salute 2014. And if you can make it, thoroughly recommend it, because it's seriously such a fantastic day out. But until then, have a good one.